This is breaking news.
Roads, they each do their own. But we're ready. We have our salt, our sanding trucks, we have our plows out, and we're ready to address the storm. Right now, it is projected to be 5 to 9 inches, depending on where you are in Suffolk County. So take precautions. It's supposed to start about 6 o'clock, and will probably last at least 12 or 14 hours into Saturday morning. So, be prepared. If you can, do not travel during the storm. At various times, we're going to be getting 1 to 2 inches per hour at the peak of the storm. The other thing is, if you can, do not park your car on the local roadways. Make it difficult for town and villages, and certainly for the county, to plow if your car is on the roadway. So, we are prepared. We have our trucks ready to go, and we will be working with our police department, Department of Public Works, and of course Fres to handle everything. Legislator, do you want to say a few words? Well, he's set. He's got his shovel by his door.
Yes, I do.
I've got my shovel by my door because I have to shovel. I have 3 small little dogs, and they can't go out when it snows unless there's a path. So, if you're going to shovel, my advice is to take it slow. This is going to be a little bit less of a heavier snow than the last one, which was a little wetter. This will be a little bit drier. We are not expecting heavy wind conditions, which is good because we will not be having snow drifts. So we're ready. I'm going to turn it over first to our DPW commission and then to our Friends commission. Charlie?
Well, as the county executive said, we are well prepared. This sounds similar to the previous storm. They're coming at a good time of day for us. There'll be less cars on the road. And as County Executive Romaine said, it's important to stay off the roads if at all possible, and also give a fair amount of distance to any plows of ours that are working. Other than that, as I said, we've handled this storm similar to this and much bigger than this, so we're ready. Thank you.
Rudy?
Rudy Sunderman, Commissioner of Suffolk County Fire Rescue and Emergency Services. The Department of Fire Rescue and Emergency Services Emergency Operations Center will be open today at 4 p.m. and will be open through the evening into tomorrow around noon. Again, like the county executive said, the storm is expected to start around 6 p.m. and last into Saturday. We are again asking all residents to remain off the road for unnecessary travel and allow for our Department of Public Works and all other public workers to allow for the roads to be traveled. We also are working very closely with our other town emergency managers and villages to be prepared for any unmet needs. Again, we'll be open up today, the Emergency Operations Center at 4 p.m. for any operations needed. Thank you.
So we're going to have 2 extra highway units on tonight on the overnight, as well as an extra ESU truck. So with the ESU, we'll divide Suffolk County into an east and a west. We're also going to staff on the overnight our Chief of Patrol's office to coordinate with Fres and DPW. And, as everybody has said already, if not absolutely necessary, please don't travel on roads.
Any questions? We'll be happy to take them now.
County Exec, any heating facilities for people that need if the heat goes out or anything like that?
If heat goes out, call 311.
Okay.
And we will have heating centers where people can go and warm up. We're concerned, but we think that that's not going to be a major problem because we don't think the wires are going to be down. We've coordinated with PSE&G for those who have electric heat, or obviously use electric to start a burner or something of that nature. We think it'd be okay. But if you have a heating problem, call 311 and we will address them.
Is there a part of Suffolk County, like north, south, east, west, that you think will be harder hit, or is it just a blanket of 5 to 9 across?
I think, actually, believe it or not, I think the western end of the county will get a little bit more snow than the eastern end of the county, the way the storm is moving. So we'll see if that proves to be true. We know predictions sometimes don't come true, but we are preparing for what would be, I won't say a very heavy snowstorm, but significant in the sense that it's 5 to 9 inches. So we're getting ready. Our staff is ready. I'm sure that there are many in the county that are saying, great, this is what they prepare for, this is what they do in DPW, and the overtime doesn't hurt. So, yes.
We're a little early in the year for a big blast like this. Financially wise, since we've had multiple years of light snow, how's the snow budget looking going forward since this is so early?
You know what? I could talk a little bit better about Brookhaven, having been supervisor for 12 years. And towards the end of my tenure, we did very, very well because there wasn't snow. And what we did is we didn't spend that money. We put it in a snow reserve. And as county executive, last year we did not have a heavy snowfall. And whatever we saved, we put in a reserve that we did not touch because we know there comes a time when you're going to need to touch it and that you want to have the money there. So we do have sufficient funds and we have a snow reserve and we are prepared for this storm and probably several other. This looks like it's going to be a snowy, cold winter. So we all wait for spring.
A snowy day fund.
Yep. We do have a snowy day fund and a rainy day fund. We have several reserve accounts in the county of Suffolk, and our finances are in fairly good shape. And in my 2 years as county executive, we've got 6 bond upgrades from Wall Street because we've strengthened our finances, reduced our debt, and maintained our reserve accounts without touching them. And they're there for a reason. This is one of the reasons, and they're there, and we will use it to make sure that we address all the problems that this storm might cause.
Anything else? Okay, we could cut on that topic, Commissioner. You would take the podium because now they want to go off topic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hold on.
The CVS?
Just to review, hold on, sorry, Claire?
All right, so approximately 7 o'clock last night, Christmas night, 23-year-old Aditson Sign of West Babylon was stabbed in the chest while working at a CVS in Lindenhurst. Unfortunately, he was transported to Good Samaritan Hospital where he was pronounced dead. I want to say on behalf of the Suffolk County Police Department, our hearts go out to his family and his loved ones. We're going to do everything within our power to arrest the individual responsible for this heinous crime. We do have a person of interest who we're looking at, but unfortunately, as a result of CVS policy, and I don't know if their policy is prioritizing corporate interests over a homicide of one of their employees, but 18 hours into the investigation, we still have not been given full access to the video that exists inside the store. So quite frankly, that has hampered our ability to make an arrest in this investigation. I'm shocked and appalled by it. If the CEO of CVS had to fly out to Long Island to not only console the family, but make sure that the video was released in a timely fashion so we could make an arrest, then he should have. Anyway, I'll take questions. Anybody has them?
What was the nature of the confrontation?
Well, as I said, since we haven't been given access to the video, it's difficult to determine at this point. Based on the person of interest and his background, I can only assume that he was in the store for nefarious reasons, and it's possible that the confrontation, was as a result of that. But again, it's early in the investigation, and our ability to see the video has been, denied so far.
Without the video, I guess what led you to this person of interest so far?
We had witness descriptions, and we were able to do some video canvases on the outside of the store, and we've been making a lot of progress. They've been working on it all night. I feel an arrest is imminent, so I feel good about that. But again, as you could hear in my voice, I'm a little frustrated by the policy that has kind of hampered our ability to do what we need to do.
Will you be able to share any image, maybe from surrounding surveillance video?
We will, eventually be able to share, some images, and again, I do feel that an arrest is imminent, but we're still not quite there yet.
Was this young man behind the main counter?
It appeared so, yeah. It appeared that this poor kid went to work, on Christmas, and, he was, again, assaulted while he was working behind the counter in the store.
Anything the public can do to help?
If anybody has any information on it, of course, they could, call us. We would certainly appreciate that. But
Tell CVS to release the video. Tell CVS to release the video.
yeah, we feel that they're, certainly going in that direction, but quite frankly, the video shouldn't have been held for 18 minutes, let alone 18 hours. So, again, it's been pretty frustrating.
Were you able to recover the weapon? Was it a full-on knife, or was it something else? Or
It appears that it was a knife based on the wounds.
So no murder weapon yet. Just
Good. Not at this point.
is he local? Are they local?
We're still working on it.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks on this. All right, nobody go anywhere. We're now going to do the prerequisite sanding truck shot, okay? Make sure we have this.
This has been breaking news.